Sanhedrin Daf Amud Aleph. Today's daf is sponsored by Anonymous in memory of Elazar ben Tana. 20 lines down, 21 lines down. Shnai Zakai Mishnah mentioned that if two judges say Chayav or vice versa, they announce their verdict, but they don't say who said what. The judges' verdicts remain anonymous. Mechtav He'echiktivi. How do they write their verdict? B'Yochanan Amar Zakai. They simply write the guy's patur. Resh Lakish Amar Resh Lakish says Ploni Ploni Mizakin Ploni Ploni Hamin. They actually write down who said what. Rabbi Zalman says Midivrahim is the Kel Ploni. Rabbi says no. You just write that through the words of the judges, Yani through their discussion, he was found patur. My benayo. What's the difference in all of them? Where it says the difference. In the case where the majority ruled made a mistake, and in that case, as we mentioned in Baba Batra, sometimes the judges will be chayav for any mistakes they make, and therefore, if that's the case, if they write down who made the mistake, they could charge him. Mandamar zakanish according to so that he's patur, he has to pay. Mandamar plani mizakin plani mehayvin. But if according to Reish Lakish, who says that you write down who said what, the guy who said he's pachayav, for example, will not be part of that because he was one of the opinions who said that the guy should have paid. The Gemara says, Gemara says, 1 second, according to the opinion who says that the guy says he's patur, how can that judge pay? According to that first opinion. It's not fair. He should have told other judges, you should have listened to me. So if he disagreed with them, he should be patur from the payment. Gemara has a different explanation. In the minute where the two judges made a mistake are the ones who are have to pay. Then Uman Damar is according to the opinion who says that he's patur and the judges who made a mistake have to pay. Uman Damar Ploni Ploni is the king Ploni Ploni having the according to the opinion says that the verdict says who said what. Lo mishami. They don't pay the other judge's share. They only pay for 2/3. Gemara says Uman Damar is according to the opinion that holds that he's not that the verdict said that the guy is patur. Why would the judges made a mistake pay? They should tell the other judge, if you were not with us, there would be no verdict. Meaning they could say, even though yes, they made a mistake, but they said if you were not part of a team, there'd be no verdict in the first place. So yes, you disagreed with us correctly, but you still made the verdict happen through us. Gemara says, different explanation. Because the pasuk says that you should not gossip. Rabbi Yochanan says you say ipatur because you don't want people to know who said what. Which he says, man, you write down who said what. Because if you just say what the verdict is without saying who said what, it looks like you're making it up. It looks like you're lying. But says, he agrees both of them. We're worried about people gossiping. We're worried about people thinking that it was made up. We write, we say the verdict says through the explanation, through the words of the judges, you were found patur. Okay. When they would finish the matter, the talking, they would bring in the people in for the verdict. The Lord says, the man, who's coming in? Either the Ba'adin, and if you're talking about the litigants, Hatim Kami, they should have been there the whole time. Maybe you're talking about the witnesses. Kiman, who's according to look at Benatan, it's against Benatan. Why is it 100? It says, you don't combine testimony from two witnesses, unless you see them both witnessing the same event at the same time. The Yeshua says, they can testify on the event if they saw each other separately, consecutively after another. They don't have to be at the same time. We're going to get deeper into this. The end of the Bedin, and the testimony won't fit in Bedin. Testify at the same time. You could not have to testify at the same time. One guy could testify today, one guy could testify tomorrow. So the problem is, Rabbi Natan just said that if they testify separately, they have to come back to Bedin to testify together. But Rabbi Natan says that they don't have to do that. They could testify different days. So what is the bet? Not talking about that they're bringing it back. The Gemara says no. I'm talking about the litigants are brought back into Bedin for the verdict. Rabbi Nahimi is going to be Nahimi. The time it says Rabbi Nahimi holds Kachem and Ganshlan Niki that Bishlam is the pure judges of Islam used to do. Machasin the Baldin and Vishmin Verhen, they bring in the litigants and hear what they have to say. They bring in the witnesses and hear what the witnesses have to say. They throw everybody out. They would talk to each other and handle back and forth. And then when the verdict would come, they bring everybody in. But Tanabeta says, different Bretta says that when they finish the matter, they bring back the witnesses, seemingly that they have to repeat the testimony. The Gemara says, no, look, that Bretta is not according to the Beratan. Our Mishnah, however, does read a time that it's one of the litigants. Kufa. We said earlier, we mentioned earlier that witnesses can testify one after another, and or according to Bishop Kha, or together according to Tanakama. The Gemara says, two ways to explain this machloket, either logically or through a pasuk. How? As follows. Logically, why would it say that you need Tanakama hold that has to be together? Because you need testimony to be on the same $100. And therefore, if it's not the same time according to Tanakama, that's not the same $100. According to it's fine. They're both testifying on $100 in general, and therefore it can combine. Ibn Mikrad, the Pasuk also can explain them because the thief, who aid or yada, he knew the witness or he saw. But then it says, once the Pasuk says one witness shall stand any of the who echad, of course we know that he's one. Why did the Pasuk say again that he's a one? Zebana Av is teaching you as follows as a general source. Every time it says the word aid, witness, Harekan Shan is referring to actually Pasuk says two, specifically one. To specifically mention the singular form of witness, teach you they have to physically see the same thing at the same time. Rabbi Shimon Korcha would hold the idach, v'hu aid or ra'a, he explains it, mikumakum. As long as one of them saw it, one after another, doesn't make a difference. Okay. The testimony of the witnesses don't combine in court. He holds that you can. One opinion, first opinion is that they testify at the same time, and the opinion says the same next day. What's the machlokes based off of? One, either you can explain it via logic, or you can explain it via pasuk. Even this way, you can explain it logically. Marsavar Tanakh holds one witness only works to make you chayav a shivua, to swear. But he can't make you chayav money, and therefore you need two witnesses at the same time. Beidach, holds no. Even if two guys testify at the same time, together, they're not testifying physically at the same time. They have to testify physically one after another. And therefore, so obviously we could combine witnesses one after another, and therefore, so they're two, if they want to testify different times, it's fine. The pasuk proof. If you do not testify, you shall sin for holding back testimony. Everybody holds everybody holds like Hachamim against Rabbi Shimon Korcha that both have to testify on the same item. Is whether or not you have to compare the testimony to the witnessing. More so, Tanakh holds testifying is exactly like witnessing. Tanakh holds, and therefore, just like the guy has to witness, the witnesses have to see it together, so too they have to testify together. Or more Savar, Tanakh holds no. We don't compare it, and therefore they can testify separately. Rabbi Shimon ben Akim was trying to get Rabbi Yosef to have him get smicha. But it never worked out. They were working in front of Yochanan. He told them, he says, then he said, oh yeah, Yossi knows. He told Rabbi Shimon ben Akim, no, shu, what does he say? He told him, if you want, first give him smicha. So Rabbi Yochanan gave him smicha. Then he said, Bini and Mortally Ketzachimata. And now that you got what you wanted, tell me what you heard. Amarla, he said, Kakshmati, I heard is in agreement with Rabbi Shimon Korcha. They don't testify together. Amar, he said, I went through all that for that. Seriously? I already know that it's obvious that Rabbi Shimon Korcha would agree to the regarding, because Rabbi Shimon Korcha holds that I don't have to witness the same thing together. So of course I don't even testify together. Pashut. The Gemara says, now the question was whether or not the smicha would come out. He said, no, once we got you up, you don't go down. Once the person gives smicha, it counts. You can't undo it, even if it was seemingly under false pretenses. Whether he testifying regarding movable objects or whether you were testifying regarding movable real estate. Ulama says no. Regarding to property, not movable property. Sounds like when you say that halacha like b'shum kocha, sounds like it's machloket. Amar Rabbi Abba, Amar Rabbanu, Amar Rav. Madim ha'amid b'shum kocha edun b'karka. He holds that Chachamim would agree with the shum kocha regarding real estate. B'tanai Rav Idi bar Avinu d'zikin debei karna. He also says as follows: Modid ha'amid b'shum kocha edut bechor. The Chachamim would also agree with shum kocha regarding testifying in regarding to whether or not a bechor animal will have a mum, ubeid karka, testifying regarding real estate, ubeid hazakah, testifying regarding a hazakah of real estate, as we mentioned, Baba Batra, v'chen sheba ben v'shen bat, also regarding boy or girl. We'll explain what that means. The Gemara says, so we see from here that the machloket only is regarding movable property. So why did it say the halacha is like them? We know that there's no argument. Gemara says, Gabra Kamid, you're trying to bring me a question from one rabbi to the next. More plagi, Ula says machloket. More plagi, and Rabbi Abba and Rabbi Idi, and there's no machloket. Gemara says, my dechen shebat beben v'shebat. What's the machloket regarding testimony regarding the boy or girl? Now, this is talking about a case where a person is trying to testify that this boy or girl is officially mature. They have the pubic hairs, and therefore they are eligible for edut or whatever halacha that pertains to them regarding marriage, etc. Now, if you're saying maybe the guy's one is saying that he saw the hair on the girl, one on her back, one is saying that she's on her belly, and therefore it's considered to make her an adult. That's not two separate things combining. That's two separate hairs on two separate parts of the body, and therefore it's not good testimony. One is saying I saw two on her back, and one is saying I saw two on her belly, and that would be a testimony that she's an adult because each one is saying there's two. Okay, that's combinable. Marva said, have Anna Amina Mishmei de Ula, I learned in the name of Ula, whether it's real estate, whether it is movable objects. They said, Hachmim said, regarding real estate, is like regarding testifying. Movable objects. Rav holds like his own reasoning. Rav holds if testifying regarding an admission, following an admission, or loan, or admission after a loan, if two separate witnesses are coming regarding those things, you are combining them. So Yanni, if a guy says, I witnessed him saying he admits, I witnessed him saying he admits, two separate occasions, or I witnessed the loan after another guy saying I witnessed an admission, that's combining it to make him chayav. Regarding two separate witnesses regarding two separate loans, witnessing loans, or a loan following the admission, they don't combine. How come in regarding to the testimony regarding one witness saying he saw a loan following the other witness saying that he saw a loan, single, one at a time, they don't combine? Because why? Because if this guy is saying I saw a loan Monday and the other guy saying I saw a loan Tuesday, they're not the same money that you're testifying on. It's two separate occasions. The says if that's the case, regarding admission after admission, that's also separate admissions, separate monies. The says we say no. The reason why we combine it is because the second witness was told by the borrower, yes, he confirmed that these two admissions were connected. That only makes sense for the last witness to know that he's testifying about the same thing. But the first witness did not know that. So you can't combine it. The Gemara says, he went back to the first witness and notified him as well that these two admissions were the same thing. The Gemara says, he told them, Hashem, you made me at ease. I understand the halacha now. Amarle answered him back, why? Don't rest so fast. Why you pleased with that? Did Rava or Rav Sheshet destroyed it with an axe? Another way of saying that he disproved it. Because lav hainu hada'ah is a similar concept as an admission after a loan. Because the same way the guy had to notify, if the guy had to notify each witness after what had happened, then that's basically an admission. There's no difference in the cases. So why do I have to have two separate cases? Oh, loan after the loan? No, it's not. It's admission after the loan. Where it says, Amarle, I see that I heard it's true what they say about you. Did it make to dikliv as of kitluhu? You guys chop down trees and replant them. Yani, you have your ways of solving problems, but then causing the same problem back. Now, it says whether it's testimony after an admission, testimony regarding admission after a loan, loan after loan, loan after admission. They combine. Kiman, who's according to like Rishon Korcha, who says that you can combine witnesses, testimonies. Maravida. Testimony. The witnesses are there's a contradiction in the witnesses' statements in regarding to minor details. That only works by money cases. It works. What does that mean? According to that means he says, "Oh, you lent money with a black purse," and the second witness says you lent money with a white purse. That's okay. That type of contradiction is fine and does not knock out the whole case. But if one guy said that there was used black coins and the other says no, it was fresh new coins, that's not good because that's the main part of testimony. You're testifying about the actual cash. And if you're not getting those details right, then it doesn't count. One second. Regarding the color of a purse of the wallet, we said that the wallet is okay by money, seemingly not okay by capital cases. But the problem is, he says, one witness says the guy, someone else killed somebody else with a sword. The second witness says he killed him with a dagger. That is not good testimony. One witness says that the guy was wearing black clothes. The other guy was wearing white clothes. It's fine. Seemingly, that's similar to the wallet. So we see that in the capital cases, the wallet, the color does not make a difference either. That's not a stira. You're bringing me two different rabbis. It's okay. It says, if one witness says that the loan was a black coin, the other one says it was a white coin, benefit it counts. Kiman, who's according to now the Gemara says that makes sense according to Korcha that you're able to combine witnesses. When the Rishon Korcha say that you're able to combine is when there's no contradiction. I mean, one saying one loan, the other guy is saying a loan also. Two separate testimony on a loan. However, over here, Korcha say that two guys can combine if they're contradicting each other's details. Where it says Allah, who the market I hold the following. Tana Berta says, Amar Bishum Nazar Lo, which my Ashtek Yadim. Betch my Betin al Machloket, only in regard to two separate witnesses, two sets of witnesses of a loan. Shahadu Mer Matam Vahadu Mer Manet. One set witnesses says 100 zuz loan, $100 loan, and the one set witnesses say it was $200 loan. Sheyesh Bechal Matam Manet. They automatically pay $100 because between both of them, that's the minimum. If there's one set of witnesses, and in that set of witnesses, one says 100, one says 200. Bishmai says no, not good testimony. They're saying separate things. But says no. In the 200, there's definitely 100 combined, and then 4, you have to pay $100. If one witness says that the guy lent him a barrel of wine, and one guy says he lent him a barrel of oil. He said, he said you have to pay lender the value of barrel of wine. Because that is the minimum of the barrel of oil. Barrel of oil is like worth $1,000, barrel of wine is $500. To pay the $500, the barrel of wine. The Gemara says, come on, who's it according to? Over here, the only time he said that is when it's cash. $200, $100, okay, pay the minimum $100. But over here, talking about two separate, completely different items. Mar says no. The testimony wasn't on the actual barrels. It was on the loan. There's the confusion on what the loan was on the amount of the value of the loan. One witness testified that the value was the value of a barrel of wine, and one said it was the value of a barrel of oil, and therefore pay the minimum of the wine. Witness is testifying. One's witness saying it happened upper apartment. One witness saying lower apartment. It happened in Rabbi, but he combined it. And now the Mishnah says, how do we know that when the judge leaves the courtroom, you shouldn't announce who said what? Now we're going to say the exact same thing we said earlier. Now she said, I didn't even Alai, Mulamar, let's let how you know that you shouldn't announce who said what because that's considered gossiping. Next, there's a student that a rumor went out that he revealed a secret conversation that had taken place in the Midrash, but after 22 years, he held this secret that had been mentioned, this private matter. When Ami confirmed that he did this, he threw him out from the Bet Midrash. He said, this guy reveals secrets, we can't have him here, and therefore he can't have Midrash.